There was a white male who was approaching cars at the intersection. He was banging on the car windows with knives in his hand, kicking at cars. When officers arrived, they encountered him in the intersection there at East Boulevard and East P Street. Initially, they gave verbal commands, which he didn't comply with. They then deployed a taser, which was ineffective. He then charged at the officers, at which time there was an officer-involved shooting. The suspect was deceased on scene. He has not been identified at this time, and we're still working on that, but that's all the information I have right now.
Oh, you know right now protocols were followed?
Yes, but all that's still under investigation.
Were any drivers injured? Or?
There was no drivers injured that we know of yet, and we're asking that if anyone does have information on the incident, to contact the Deer Park Police Department. They can call 281-479-1511.
I know a couple of people we talked to said he looked to be under the influence of something. Has that been determined yet? I know it's early. Or is that the assumption on your end, or where are you guys at there?
He was acting erratically, but as far as if he was under the influence of something, I can't speak to that. So.
Can you repeat that number? 281-479?
281-479-1511.
I don't know if you would know off the top of your head, but I'm guessing officer-involved shootings here are pretty rare. Do you know when the last one might have been? Or?
Was within a year, probably, but outside of that, it's been a while. So.
You know, your overall thoughts is, mental illness, guy stabbing their cars with a knife,
Some of the behavior that we saw would be consistent with someone suffering from a mental illness, but like I said, it's still early in the investigation, and that's something that we want to look into.
Are your officers trained to identify that? Do you have a special team that might come out for mental health issues?
Our officers are trained to deal with the mental health, but we don't have a specified team.
Are they,
so.
One officer shot?
One officer deployed a taser, and 2 officers deployed their duty weapons.
They'll be on leave or anything, pending anything?
Yes, there will be an investigation, the standard administrative side of that. So.
Did both of them strike him?
Yes.
Can we mention anything you can add that we haven't asked?
No, and like I said, as this develops, we'll get more information out. We'll send that out. So, thank you, guys.